venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Will kick off first, and here we go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On the ground, it's Mobley. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside. It's Walton. Crosses the 35. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a heat. Working the middle. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground with the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Man, it's always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true.
He's going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And the evolution of football has been amazing, right? Like, so many different guys, that tight ends that can do different things now, and big body wide receivers. And I think the running back spot has too. Just, it used to be a guy you handed it off to all the time, but now they can start running the route tree and getting down the field and making catches like this to make big plays for your offense.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major...
He makes a grab. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Extra point here will tie the game.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Carr. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. The throw, firing to the right, complete. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the shot. And that will fall incomplete as we have played 1 quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field.
Going to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain. Oh, he's got some space. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse.
Makes a grab and room to run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Carr throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give is to Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Play fake. Carr. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Perez. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're in the gun. 3rd down. Here's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's Carr to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Mobley. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes your eyes get lost and you start looking at the quarterback. He didn't lose vision on his man. He saw him break. He broke with him, broke on the football, and did a great job getting there and being physical and getting that guy on the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
From the gun on third down, Carr. On target. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Walton. Got enough for the first. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game.
Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be
going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Walton. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He uncorks one deep. Got it down the field. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the number 22 team, the USF Bulls. And it's Kansas State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done it.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Throwing, Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's going to run it. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Carr on play action. Under fire. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Mobley. Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Going to the run, it's Walton. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And, man, it gets difficult down here when you're throwing into the end zone and there's so many bodies and so many people in a tight area. And you want to miss long, but you want to give him a chance to catch the football, and that's just out of his grips. He just sails it high.
Going to the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. The run inside. It's Williams. Got enough for the first. Right down the gut of the field. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside.
Number 90 set to kick this one away.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Carr. Fires left. Hauls it in. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get baller?
Slips a tackle and he's got room. They ripped off a big one and they get it down to the 27.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
On the draw, it's Williams. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Over the middle, it's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside, it's Mobley. Bounced off his feet.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
On the ground, it's Mobley. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Irish! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And he added the extra point. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Ready, go! From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. Here's the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have...
Running room in the middle. The 30. At the 20. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He might want another play. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Makes the grab at the 10. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The give is to Williams. Finding some room. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Offense gets set for 2nd down.